New school bus cameras have already caught tens of thousands of drivers in Florida blowing past bus stop arms. But tonight, I-Team investigative reporter Katie Legrone exposing a serious problem with tickets being issued in Hillsborough County. Drivers who believe that they were unfairly ticketed and don't have any way to take their case to court, raising the question, if there's no justice, is it really all just about the money?
If the wheels on the bus go round and round, new school bus cameras like these are going. The motive?
We just want our kids to be able to get on the bus and go to school safely, and that's it.
The problem?
Sounds like from your perspective that these cameras are set up for the driver to fail.
I would certainly say that.
Lars Larson says the cameras that supposedly nabbed him blowing past a stopped school bus in Hillsborough County recently.
I saw the video, I'm like, okay, you got me, right?
Got it wrong.
And then I played it through, and I'm like, hold on.
Larson is one of more than 55,000 drivers in Hillsborough who in just the first 4.5 months of the school year has been cited for passing a school bus while it's stopped for kids. The digital eye is part of a new state law that allows school districts to record drivers ignoring these signs to stop. So far, cameras are equipped on buses in at least 4 Florida school districts and have caught tens of thousands of drivers in the act.
I mean, it's absurd, right?
That's because a closer look at the video of Larson's violation has this father of 5 fuming. In one video, Larson, who's driving this white Yukon, appears to approach the front side of the bus a moment after it stopped. Then in this wider fisheye view, you can see his SUV is already parallel to the bus as the bus's stop sign begins to deploy.
I would say the stop arm is probably in line with the handle of my door. So we're getting into like the peripheral where I would not hold any driver accountable, because if something was there, you would have hit it, right?
Larson's citation has him on the hook $225.
I want these kids to be safe. I want us to have safe neighborhoods, but I also want to not have to deal with getting something in the mail, threatening to fine me for something that and if you go back and look at the footage, I didn't do.
So you think it's a money grab?
Oh, 100%, it's a money grab.
Absolutely.
David Walker agrees. This is him turning out of his subdivision just as a school bus begins to stop. And in this view, it appears he's already turning as the stop arm begins to deploy.
I got my own ticket for doing absolutely nothing.
I don't know why I got that ticket.
Karen Coring also fired up after she believes her violation video shows how these cameras give little leeway to drivers.
I didn't illegally pass the school bus. That was my first thought, like in the midst of the stop sign going on. And I'm halfway past the stop sign. Even at that point, I didn't even pay no attention to that.
Karen, David, and Lars plan to challenge their fines.
I'm going to fight to the end.
I have contacted the ticket clinic.
I'm actually going to submit today the paperwork.
But we've discovered they'll face another problem. Out of more than 55,000 citations issued in the county, we've discovered so far not a single one has been challenged in court.
Turns out here in Hillsborough County, the legal process that should give drivers a chance to defend themselves isn't up and rolling like these school bus cameras are. So drivers who want to challenge a citation in court can't and don't even know it.
That's just obnoxious, right?
How this happened remains unclear, but the school district, the sheriff's office, which reviews the video and issues the violation, and the camera company, Bus Patrol, all get a chunk of the money each time a driver pays a fine. None of them would talk to us about it on camera. In statements, Bus Patrol, which gets a $65 cut from every paid violation, said anyone who receives a citation for illegally passing a school bus should be afforded all due process remedies provided under law. While the school district, which generated more than $1 million in revenue from paid fines in December alone, told us, quote, the court system is finalizing their part of the process.
Is it fair for this program to even be up and running and issuing violations, $225 violations to drivers, if the system is not fully operating?
No, it's not fair at all, because it's taking away a fundamental right that we all have, is to be able to make sure that we confront our accusers.
Jesse Philippe is a traffic attorney and says operating cameras to catch drivers without having the system already in place for them to contest a violation is illegal. We showed him some of the video from our drivers.
If you look at the video, you can see that the driver was already past the stop sign before it actually went out. So that would be one of the prime examples why you need to essentially have a board in place to contest these tickets.
According to the school district, drivers who contest are not required to pay for the violation at this time, and their due process has been protected.
The intent of the statute was to protect children. Now it seems like the intent of the statute is to fine people without the ability to even contest it. So to me, it is a money grab.
To your point, it's like, what would you say to the county of Hillsborough? You know, it's like, I'll see you in court, but I guess I can't yet.
Just under 1,500 drivers have opted to contest their citations here in Hillsborough County. And while we don't know if this program is really making things safer for students yet, here's what we do know. It is generating a lot of money. In December, the Hillsborough County School District collected just over $1 million from paid fines. That's more than 20 times what it collected just 2 months earlier.
Katie was the first reporter in the state to uncover these problems, and now she learns one major county just suspended the program altogether. This while another county is fueling new concerns that its cameras are less about student safety and really all about the money.
They wasn't dropping no children off there, though. I know that.
Cleo Davis drove past these railroad tracks in Polk County when he noticed the school bus headed toward them.
I seen the school bus, but it appears to me that it was stopping at the railroad crossing.
Davis didn't think anything of it and kept driving since buses are legally required to stop before crossing tracks. A few weeks later, he received this in the mail, a $225 notice of violation for failing to stop for a school bus with its stop signal out.
I'm like, hey, why am I getting a ticket at the railroad crossing?
Pictures on his violation show his car, the tracks, and the school bus as its stop arm begins to deploy. Video clearly shows him driving past the stop bus with its stop arm out. Still, Davis was dumbfounded.
I was trying to understand why I got the ticket in the first place at a railroad crossing, because I didn't notice any kids being picked up or dropped off.
He's fighting it, but the process hasn't been easy.
I had to go to their website and get a form, and this form didn't really give me anywhere to actually contest it.
That's because despite Florida law that clearly states bus camera fines must include instruction on how to contest a violation, we've discovered in Polk County, drivers who get fined for passing a stopped school bus can't challenge it until after 30 days, when the $225 violation turns into a $329 uniform traffic citation. So drivers who choose to fight back are not only getting hit with higher costs, but they could potentially face stiffer penalties, including license suspension.
I felt like it was really strong-arm robbery, like somebody was robbing me, because first of all, I didn't think that I should have received a violation in the first place, and now it's like they're making me pay something that I don't think I really owe.
Just days after Davis got his violation, he got another one for the same thing in the same spot at nearly the same exact time.
A few minutes apart.
Polk is one of 3 Florida counties that have equipped its school buses with these new cameras to catch drivers blowing past buses that are stopped for kids. The goal, protect students. The problem, since these cameras started rolling in the fall, so too has the controversy surrounding them.
Oh, 100%. It's a money grab.
Back in February, we spoke to drivers in Hillsborough County who believed they were unfairly fined.
I don't know why I got that ticket.
Then we discovered drivers couldn't challenge their citations because courts haven't been set up to hear appeals. Same problem in Miami-Dade, where the sloppily rolled out program is so fraught with issues. Last week, the sheriff suspended the cameras altogether. Since the beginning of the school year, school bus cameras have resulted in well over 200,000 citations, generating a total of nearly $30 million in paid fines. That's just in the first half of the school year. In Polk County, more than 11,000 violations have been issued since the fall, generating more than $1.3 million. Most Polk County violations are paid without driver challenges.
What would you like to do today?
Defend myself.
All right, everybody raise your right hand, please.
David Uriah is one of just a few dozen who opted to contest.
The school bus was parked on the other side of the road.
But before this day in court, he had to wait until his $225 violation turned into a $329 traffic ticket.
We'll give you 60 days to pay that.
He, like all the others in the county so far, lost his appeal.
By law, you should have had an opportunity to contest the notice of violation before it got upgraded to a uniform traffic citation.
In an ideal world, the way you would like to see things work, that would be perfect. But I don't make the rules.
Who makes the rules on these new bus camera fines in Polk County and why drivers can't contest them sooner depends on who you ask. The school district points to the sheriff's office. The sheriff's office points back to the school district. And the camera vendor, Vera Mobility, points to lawmakers who they say they're working with to align the program with, quote, how automated enforcement programs should and can be executed. Despite repeated requests, neither the school district, the sheriff's office, or Vera Mobility would discuss the issues we uncovered on camera. But in a statement, a Vera Mobility spokesperson said they, quote, recognize the current school bus stop arm legislation should be modified.
It's not like it stopped on the corner.
Cleo Davis will have his day in court next week for passing a school bus on 2 different occasions he thought was stopped for tracks. But we've confirmed really is a student bus stop.
If they're dropping off kids here, that's a bad idea.
And could now leave him $660 in the red for breaking the law, then exercising his right to defend himself.
What does that make you think about this whole program?
I think it's a money grab.
Despite our findings, Polk County and Hillsborough continue to issue violations to drivers, knowing drivers can't properly fight back. Legislation is in the works to try to fix some of these issues.
The follow-through from the I-Team, investigative reporter Katie Legrone was the first to uncover drivers could not challenge their tickets from Florida's new school bus camera program. And now, months after Katie first broke this story, lawmakers just passed new legislation to fix it.
The wheels of change are in motion for drivers who believe they were unfairly caught on camera passing a Florida school bus while it was stopped for kids. In quietly filed legislation that got the green light from lawmakers this week, drivers will soon be able to challenge the fine without having to go to court or pay more just to defend themselves. The fix comes just 3 months after we were first in the state to uncover how the state's new school bus camera program was leaving some drivers fined with no way to fight back. The program, aimed at protecting students, lets counties cite drivers who are caught on camera blowing past a bus with its stop arm out. Since the fall, 3 Florida counties have equipped its buses with these extra eyes. Together, more than 200,000 violations have been issued, totaling nearly $30 million in paid fines. But back in February, we found drivers who said they were unfairly cited.
I had exited my subdivision while the bus was trying to stop.
I'm past the driver of the bus when the light comes on.
Then we discovered in Hillsborough and Miami-Dade, drivers had no way to appeal the $225 fine because the courts hadn't been set up to hear challenges.
100%, it's a money grab.
What would you like to do today?
Defend myself.
In Polk County, we found drivers who fight back have to wait until their $225 violation becomes a $329 uniform traffic citation.
They wasn't dropping no children off there, though. I know that.
Cleo Davis got 2 in the same spot at this railroad track.
Why I got the ticket in the first place at a railroad crossing.
He's challenging them and now faces nearly $700 in fines.
I felt like it was really strong arm robbery.
The legislature's intent was good.
Earlier this week, Polk County Sheriff, whose agency reviews and distributes school bus fines for the county and takes a piece of the profits, defended the program but acknowledged its problems.
People don't like the current appeal process, and quite frankly, I don't either. I don't think you should have to pay an extra $100 to appeal your citation. But I didn't create the law.
Now, this newly passed legislation will not only extend how long drivers have to contest a fine from 30 days to 60, it also lets school districts handle the appeals process instead of local courts, though that could raise some questions since school districts also profit from every paid fine. Vera Mobility, which operates school bus cameras in Polk County and gets the largest chunk of the profits, called this latest lawmaker action, quote, an important step forward in ensuring both accountability and fairness. While Bus Patrol, the camera vendor for Hillsborough and Miami-Dade, called it a major win for Florida's families, school districts, and public safety.
The bill now heads to the governor's office for his final signature. If approved, this new law takes effect July 1st. After several months and multiple investigative reports, some drivers are finally getting the chance to appeal the ticket they received under Florida's new school bus camera law.
And Katie, you were actually the first in the state to really expose how these school bus cameras are meant to protect students, but they're also generating millions of dollars in profits. And you found out there was no way for drivers to actually challenge their fines.
That's right, Lauren. Our first report actually aired in January, and we've been following the controversy over these cameras and the road to the appeals process ever since. Now, drivers in Hillsborough County can finally challenge that $225 fine. But as we witnessed, once you're cited for illegally passing a stopped school bus, there's little room to get out of paying for it.
If I would have just stopped, I would have created a traffic hazard at that time.
This week,
I did what I thought was safest for everyone.
drivers ticketed for illegally passing a stopped school bus in Hillsborough County
I didn't even know the bus was going to stop until I was already about to pass it.
finally got the chance to fight back.
I strongly believe that there are mitigating circumstances in this case.
All right.
In the first appeals hearings conducted over Zoom, dozens of drivers tried to argue why bus cameras that caught them passing a school bus with its stop arm deployed got it wrong.
That Explorer pictured is white. That is not my car.
And while some got their violations dismissed and others a near miss,
it's close. I mean, a lot of these are close.
more often than not,
I found that you're liable for the offense.
the judge didn't budge,
Make a ruling of liable.
using the state's new law to defend why the cameras got it right.
There's really no wiggle room in the statute here.
Thank you very much.
These hearings are new and long overdue. In 2023, lawmakers gave districts the green light to equip school buses with cameras to increase student safety. A year later, several Florida school districts started rolling,
Why am I getting a ticket at the railroad crossing?
and with them, complaints.
I'm past the driver of the bus when the light comes on.
Money. Paid fines have resulted in well over $40 million in just a few counties, and injustice.
That's not fair at all.
Earlier this year, we discovered how drivers who wanted to challenge their $225 fine couldn't, because while the cameras started recording, courts had never been set up to hear driver appeals. Our findings led lawmakers to revise the law.
I am going to play your video.
It's clear that I didn't do anything wrong.
Tracy Lindsay waited nearly a year to be heard, but before he could even make his case,
The Hillsborough County Sheriff's Office moves to dismiss this case, this hearing, based on the vehicle breached the entirety of the school bus before the stop arms were fully extended.
Do you feel vindicated?
I definitely feel like it was a little bit of justice for me on my behalf, so I'm happy about that.
Had you not fought it,
I would have been stuck paying for something I didn't do. I'm glad that you took notice and are starting to do something about this.
yeah, well, glad it worked out for you.
Thank you. Thank
Appreciate
you.
it.
Appreciate
Anything
you.
else you want to add?
No, that's it.
Yeah.
Just like I told the judge, have a good day.
Right now, Hillsborough County is the only Florida county hearing these school bus camera appeals. These cameras are getting more popular. Several other districts are adding them to their buses. Meantime, Miami-Dade and Polk County have paused their cameras until drivers who get fined have the chance to appeal.